העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר צר, כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר צר, כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר צר, כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם הוא גשר as I walk along this very narrow bridge, I will not be afraid, knowing you are with me. As I walk along this very narrow bridge, I will not fear, knowing you are near. והעיקר לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד.
Have I been asleep too long? Where have I gone wrong? When I awoke, I found a world in need of peace songs. Have I lost the fight? Have I forgotten my rights? When did I become the one of you are wrong and I am right? More love, more peace. Don't know how, when or where, more please. always needs reminding. More love in this land, 'cause love's one thing we all understand. The time has come once again to raise our voice and lend a hand. This land is your land, this land is my land. California to the New York Island. This land is your land, this land is my land. California to the New York Island. Obama never wanted hollowers and followers. He wanted scholars with pot collars to earn dollars. He wanted child progress and upward mobility, not this useless Congress and economic fragility. And what do we got to drop on top of all this? Nothing but a bunch of conversationalists, 1,000 television stations for our consideration, meaningless deliberation in this talking heads nation. My father never wanted tragic ends to this though. He wanted free class and green grass and peaceful bliss, yo. He wanted unity and scrutiny and truth to be the only thing that set us free. But we know it only takes one man to take a righteous stance and show us how to live in tolerance for every child, every woman, and every man, so that this land can truly be your land. This land is my land, California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. Ya ya la la, ya ya la la, ya ya la la la, ya ya la la, ya ya la la, ya ya la la la. Or Chadash, or Chadash, or Chadash, al Tziotair, al Tziotair. Shine a new light, a light upon Israel. Shine that light on our soul. Shine a new light on our generation, and we will shine that light for all to know. Or Chadash, or Chadash. Or Chadash, al Tziotair, al Tziotair. Or Chadash, or Chadash, or Chadash, al Tziotair, al Tziotair. V'nizkeh kulanu me'ra le'oro.
Or Chadash Shel Tzion Ta'ir, may a new light shine. Hope everybody's doing wonderfully on this Wednesday evening. You heard a little bit, those of you who were tuned in to the pre-show, heard Yosef Goldman's Gesher and Noah Aronson's tribute to Woody Guthrie, I guess you'd say. More Love in This Land, and we finished up with a little bit of Rick Wrecht. So good to see everybody. Good to see you, Rabbi. Shalom, Rav.
Shalom, shalom. Hi, everyone. Erev Tov. Wonderful to share a few minutes with you this evening. And let's see who's with us on Facebook. Let's see. All right. Well, hi to Adele and hi to Ellen and hi to Jacinta. So it's great to have you with us. So happy you're here. Let's start with a little music to get us started. We're going to start with a little music, Cantor, but there you go.
Well, in case anybody didn't realize it, 1 week from tomorrow night is Purim. So I thought we'd start with a little Purim song. Well, when you hear the whole Megillah, you will get a Purim thriller, and you won't have to sit stilla. When you hear the whole Megillah, it's a story of bravery. It's a story of deception and defeat. It's a story of victory. When did it happen? When did it happen? Aurora, did you know when it happened? When did it happen? Oh, it happened on the 14th of Adar. That's right. Well, when you hear the whole Megillah, you will get a Purim thriller, and you won't have to sit stilla. When you hear the whole Megillah, it's a listen to the tale of Vasti and Esther. Listen to the tale of cousin Mordechai. Listen to the tale of Achashverosh. Well, when did it happen? I said, when did it happen? Ronan, do you know when it happened? When did it happen? Oh, it happened on the 14th of Adar. That's next Thursday night. Oh, when you hear the whole Megillah, you will get a Purim thriller, and you won't have to sit stilla. When you hear the whole Megillah, hear the name Haman and stamp your feet. Hear the name Haman, spin your groggers round. Hear the name Haman and blot it out. But when did it happen? When did it happen? Becca, what do you know when it happened? Did you know when it happened, Becca? Oh, did you know that it happened on the 14th of Adar? That's right. When you hear the whole Megillah, you will get a Purim thriller. You will not have to sit stilla when you hear the whole Megillah. Each and every one take a stand. Each and every one remember what was done. Each and every one plays a part. When did it happen? When did it happen? Does anybody know when it happened? Everybody together, let me hear you say, it happened on the 14th of Adar. Yep, that's right. When you hear the whole Megillah, you will get a Purim thriller, and you won't have to sit stilla. When you hear the whole Megillah. That's right.
The automatically generated captions on Facebook say the 14th of a dollar. So there you go. Once, I sat up straight and now I'm not in the center of my screen. There we go.
I did not have mine activated, so I did not see that. Did
I just on Facebook.
Recognize anything else I said?
It was just on Facebook. I have it in my settings, so it's just, yeah. So once there was a king, and this king grew up in the palace and celebrated Shabbat with his family every week. And when he grew up, had his own palace, didn't celebrate Shabbat so much, sort of got out of practice of celebrating Shabbat. But one day when he was looking through some pictures on his phone, the king saw pictures of Shabbat from when he was growing up, and he really missed it. And so the king called all the chefs from the royal palace and said, I'd really like to have Shabbat dinner here. And they talked and they decided they were going to have chicken and rice and green beans and various kinds of yummy foods for Shabbat, maybe even some brownies for dessert. So they cooked all this stuff for the king, and the king sat down and made blessings over the candles and over the wine and over the bread, and everything looked beautiful. And the king ate the meal and thought it was okay. It was fine, nothing wrong with it, but it didn't taste as sweet and wonderful as the Shabbat dinner that he had remembered when he was a child. And so the next week, the royal chefs worked on some new recipes and changed things around. But it's still, the king sat down and again, the meal was fine, tasted a little different than the week before, but it was perfectly good. But it just didn't have the sweetness or the joy that he remembered from when he was growing up. So one week, the king would sometimes dress in regular person's clothes, and the king was walking through town on a Friday afternoon and smelled amazing, wonderful smells coming from a little house. The king knocked on the door. They came to the door, and they said, "Oh, hi, sir. Are you just traveling through town? How can we help you?" He said, "Oh, yes, I am. I'm just, it smelled so good." And they invited the king, but they did not know it was the king. They invited the king in for Shabbat dinner, and the food tasted so delicious, and they sang songs together, and they had wonderful conversation. And the king, at the end of the evening, asked for the recipes that they had, and they were happy to share them. And the king went back to the palace and said, these are the recipes you need to make. They remind me of my childhood. So the next week, the king's royal chefs made those recipes, but once again, Shabbat didn't taste like anything terribly special. So the king went back to that house, this time dressed in the king's royal robes, and knocked on the door. And they came to the door, and the king said, you didn't know it was me, but a few weeks ago, you welcomed me into your home for Shabbat, and I had the most delicious meal. And I've been trying to cook Shabbat, have people cook Shabbat for me at my house, at the palace, but it just hasn't tasted the same. And so the family said, it's not the food, it's the people. That when we celebrate Shabbat with people we love, and when we cook our food with love, then our meals taste that much better and they're that much sweeter. And then the next Shabbat, the king got to invite. This was not the time of COVID, so the king got to invite the family to the palace for Shabbat, and they shared a Shabbat meal together, and the meal tasted very sweet and wonderful, and it was filled with love. Erev Tov. And Lisa Block is telling me instead of Megillah, it said Mickey.
When you read the whole Mickey, you will get a Purim quickie, and you won't have to get sticky when you read the whole Mickey.
All right. Thank you, Cantor Paul. All right. So who wants to say hello today? All right, Aurora, you're right up there. So I'll let you go. And then Becca, go ahead.
Today, Teresa comes. So we don't have very much thing to tell about.
So that's when we get the house cleaned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we have to we stay out of the house while they're here, so that they can be in the house.
So where'd you go? Did you go to a park or something? Where'd you go?
No, we
go in rooms and we watch so much TV, like 32 hours.
Oh.
Or even more.
Wow.
It's
All
like
right.
a big deal because we don't do a ton of screen time, so it's the
highlight of the week.
The highlight.
So it's a highlight. Yes, there we go. All right, good. Thanks. However, step to the.
when Tracy comes really early, so it's covered there. So they have my soul and Tracy comes.
Oh, you know what you should say really quick, if this is okay? Remember what today was at school?
The million day at school, and I just had like a person.
The 100th
100th
day.
day. Yeah.
And she dressed like an old person. And did you have to bring 100 things? What 100 things did you bring?
Flowers.
We brought 100 flowers, and her teacher said nobody has ever brought 100 flowers before.
Wow. Yeah, I remember doing 100 days of school things with my kids too. It would be a lot if you had to bring 1 million flowers. That would really be a lot.
Yeah, it would.
So 100's a lot already. Yeah. Good job.
Collected the flowers. Oh,
Yeah. Good. Awesome.
they had him, Ronan, really quick.
Yeah, Aurora just needs to step to there. Oh, I had him. Hi, Ronan. Good to see you.
Hi.
Hi. All right. Good to see you.
It's me, Peter.
All right, Becca. I see that you're wearing a crown today on your head.
Come sit here so
Go
they
closer
see
to
you.
mommy. Go closer to
Come
mommy.
sit here and tell them what it is. No, tell them what it is.
It's my 100-day smarter crown. I made it in
Oh,
my class.
wow. I guess you're also at 100 days. That's awesome.
Yep.
Wow.
My auntie's birthday is after Purim, not Purim.
Uh-huh.
It's on the very, very end of February.
The end of February. The very,
Yeah,
very
my
end? Is it like the
auntie's
28th?
birthday. Yeah, it's on the end on Saturday of February.
Oh, so it's
Yeah,
the
so it's-
27th.
No, he asked if it's the 28th. It's the 28th. It's actually Sunday, sweetie.
Yeah, it's 28.
Okay. 28th. Yeah. Yeah. It's the very end of the very shortest month.
And we put our order in for Hamantashen since we're not bakers here.
Great.
And actually that bakery, that's the one, Continental Bakery. It's in, what is it, Studio City?
It's in North Hollywood, I think. Something like that. Yeah.
It's the one we're thinking is like really good. Like we get stuff from there. It's like near a big.
It's on Burbank, the one that we're getting the home.
Well, maybe it's not the same
Maybe
one.
it's not the same one.
It might not
Okay.
be the same one.
All right. Well, it is supposed to be a very good bakery. We'll see as the Hamantashen comes.
And
Oh, what else? Go ahead, quick.
I'm excited. I'm really excited on Saturday
Why?
because I got to play with my dad and I really love my dad.
Oh, I have you go. Wait, go over there so they can see you.
Yeah, I do.
Cool. That's
That's
awesome.
because I give her lots of cupcakes.
Ah,
I wish I could have
bribery, Jordan.
sprinkles on them.
I'll take it wherever I can get it.
Yep. And my dad has Roblox
Oh, yeah.
and his
Ah.
phone. His name is Warren Justin.
I think everybody who's connected to you has to have Roblox.
Go
Yeah.
closer so
And
they
we
can
all
see
sit next to each other and play together
Yeah.
on the Roblox.
Ah,
you. We are a modern family.
there you go. There you
The
go.
Roblox family.
That's right. You'll have to change your name. All right. Good to see you guys. We're going to move into our Shema and Hashkivenu prayers. Oh, let me just say hello to a few. There were a bunch of people that joined us since we were here before. So I'll just say hello to you. Hello to Kylie and to Lisa. And I think I said hello to most of the other people now that are there. So, all right. So welcome. And let's move into our Shema and Hashkivenu prayers.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Adonai Echad. Shema Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right, O Adonai. Amen. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. Amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Amen.
So just a few announcements. Of course, the primary one is that Thursday night is Purim. I don't mean tomorrow night. I mean a week from tomorrow is our Erev Purim. There's information in the congregational email that goes out tomorrow, including the Zoom link. We'll start out with a little bit of a costume parade, so encourage people to wear a costume, and then after the costume parade, we'll also broadcast to Facebook, but we'll wait till after the costume parades for any kids that don't want to be broadcast out to the rest of the world. And so that information is in the congregational email that you'll get tomorrow. Also the Sunday after, for those who are Beit Sefer students, the Sunday, not this Sunday, but the Sunday after Purim, we'll be celebrating Purim at Beit Sefer as well. Any other announcements? We'll get to post Purim after Purim, I think. But any other announcements you have, Cantor Paul?
No, not particularly. The only other thing is coming up a week from this Shabbat, next Friday on the 26th. We're also honoring anyone who is in scouting, so with Scout Shabbat. So if you are a scout and you want to participate, if you want to be present visually or otherwise, just tune in then. Let us know if you're certainly a member of one of our troops that TBI has traditionally sponsored. It's an interfaith gathering, so we expect that there'll be many scouts from all over the area that are joining us online, and that should be a nice addition to our service. Not this week, but in a little over a week and a half, I guess.
Great. Let's close with a song.
Cool. Oh, say shalom, 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 imromam, uya say shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. I understand this comes from Argentina, so let's try one more time. Oh, say shalom, 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 bimromam. Uya say shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, oh, say shalom, 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 bimromam, uya say shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen, amen.
Keep getting new headgear from Becca there. Getting ready for Purim.
Wait, I can do that too, can I? Hello? Hello?
Erev Tov, everyone.
Remember that from
Great to see you.
my,
Hope to see you soon.
college
Bye-bye.
years. Good night, everybody.